Hello there. Could you introduce yourself and who your company is, please?
So I'm Chris Davis. I'm the Business Development Director for Dimplex Renewables. Most people will probably have known Dimplex for a long time as a manufacturer of electric heating appliances. This area of our business is relatively new. We've been involved in this for about 5 years, and really we produce a range of renewable heating and hot water solutions for the domestic and the commercial market. And we deal with a range of technology types, including heat pumps, solar hot water, for a range of customers, both the private householder, businesses, the social housing sector, education, and so on.
Okay, Chris, let's go have a look at the bits of equipment you've got on offer here.
So this is our new range of Aero air-to-water heat pumps, specifically designed for the domestic market. These products really are designed to provide low-carbon, low-running-cost heating, typically as an alternative to oil or LPG heating systems. Obviously, one of the most exciting things about this is the new Renewable Heat Incentive, which was announced last week, and this sort of technology is set to become, we think, pretty much mainstream for anyone who's trying to heat their home off the gas grid. Typically, an air source heat pump, what it will do, it will take heat out of the ambient air, and through a refrigeration process, turn that into useful heat and hot water for heating the home, and typically can provide up to 50% running cost savings over, say, a conventional oil system. There's some quite unique benefits of this particular range that we do. First of all, they use what's called an inverter-driven compressor. So that allows us to, first of all, vary the speed of the engine or the heart inside the heat pump, and keep very consistent levels of heat output, even at very low air temperatures, which is quite unique for the sort of product in the market. There are also lots of other installer-friendly features which make the thing as easy and cheap to install as possible. For example, a lot of the heating system components are already built into the heat pump itself, the circulation pump, expansion vessel. So the way it's sold to installers is an easy to fit, easy to install, easy to maintain piece of equipment. So one thing we try to do that's a bit more unique about Dimplex to perhaps some of our competitors is to provide complete systems rather than just a heat pump. We actually provide a complete system for the householder. So, and one of the key things about heat pumps is that you want to be able to run those systems as efficiently as possible to get the maximum savings, and to do that you need to run at relatively low water temperatures. One of the ways to do that is to use a product like our SmartRad radiator. So effectively this allows us to run at low water temperatures, get the most efficiency out of our heat pump system, but also provide all the levels of thermal comfort that you wouldn't necessarily be able to do by doing the same thing with a conventional radiator. So the SmartRad radiator, effectively it uses a fan to draw air across the heat exchanger and heat the room very comfortably. So combined with our air source heat pumps gives a very efficient and cost-effective system for the homeowner. Okay, so the final part of the system is the hot water cylinder. Again, it's designed specifically to work with heat pump systems. A couple of unique features about this. First of all, very highly insulated, so the heat losses from it are very low. Second of all, it has a very large heat exchanger inside, so again designed specifically to work with heat pump systems, slightly different to the way they operate with a conventional boiler. Third of all, it has what we call a buffer tank in it as well. So again, this provides some specific support to the heat pump itself for defrosting and to get the best overall efficiency out of the overall system. So what we try and do that's unique is to try and piece these pieces together. That means that the overall benefit to the customer is more than the sum of their individual parts.
Aside from the household sector, does this also have commercial applications or industrial applications?
Absolutely. We've been involved in the commercial sector for quite a long time. Actually, we were originally one of the framework providers under a scheme called the Low Carbon Buildings Programme Phase 2, and we provided a lot of ground source systems, for example, to schools, to community buildings, to local authority buildings. Increasingly over the last year or two, we've seen tightening of the building regulations in the commercial sector. So we've seen a lot of our large air source systems going into, again, schools, commercial buildings, where they're looking to use heat pump technology to overcome the requirements of the building regulations. So one of the things about heat pumps is it's a very scalable technology. It works right down from a small one-bedroom bungalow right up to a school, a college. In fact, our biggest system is 1.5 megawatts of heating and cooling for Luton College using ground source heat pumps.
Looking 10 years down the line, where do you see the technology and Dimplex Renewables going?
We think that heat pump technology is by far and away one of the most exciting things that's happening in the heating sector right now. The government strategy for penetration of heat pumps into the domestic market is to have 25% of all homes heated by heat pumps by 2030. So huge opportunity, and that's all related to the government's plan to decarbonise electricity and to electrify heat in the long term. That's the most likely way that they're going to get to their 2050 target of 80% carbon emissions, by having low carbon electricity for both domestic and commercial heating. So we think that this is absolutely the technology of the future.